Dear students, lastly we completed Act 3 of the drama The Merchant of Venice. Here now we begin the fourth act with scene 1. There are only 2 scenes. We shall do the first scene. This is a very important scene. In many ways it's very important. I have tried to put down some of the importances. The scene is taking place at Venice, of course, the Venetian court of law. This is the trial scene and the climax scene. It's a trial scene, famous trial scene of Merchant of Venice, and also the climax scene of the drama. This is the longest and toughest scene. Longest because it has got 473 verses. 473 verses. Longest scene and the toughest scene. I hope you remember last time I told you there are 3 scenes which are very tough. Act 3, Scene 2, Act 4, Scene 1 and Act 5, Scene 1. So one of the toughest ones we have completed already. And this is also very tough. And this is the longest. The Duke is the judge and Portia the lawyer. The twist in the ring episode happens. The twist in the ring episode. You remember? In Act 3, Scene 2, after the selection of the casket and the marriage, Portia gave a ring to Bassanio and Nerissa gave another ring to Gratiano, asking them to keep it, never to depart with it, never to give it to anybody or lose it. So now it is in this episode the twist takes place. There's a twist because without their knowledge the rings are being taken away by Portia and Nerissa. Who are the actors or characters in the scene? The Duke, the Magnificos, Antonio, Bassanio, Gratiano, Salario and others. They are all there from the beginning, from the first 2 verses onwards. The Duke, he is the highest authority and he is a magistrate. We have a DM, district magistrate, the highest authority in the district. In Venice, the dukedom is the highest authority, he is a judge. Magnificos. Magnificos are noblemen of Venice. Noblemen of Venetian Republic. They are called the Magnificos. Then Antonio is there and his friends Bassanio, Gratiano, Salario. And others. Others are attendants. Those who help out. So all these people are there in the beginning. Then at verse 17, Shylock comes in. At verse 121, Nerissa comes in. And 173, Portia enters. So in the beginning we have these many people. Then comes Shylock. After that Nerissa. Little later, Portia appears on the stage. And here two people leave before the scene gets over. One is Shylock. Shylock leaves at 416 verses, and the Duke and his Magnificos, they leave at 423 verse. The scene ends at 473rd verse. So now we shall have a detailed study of the scene. Act 4, Scene 1. Starts with the Duke. What is Antonio here? Well, is Antonio here? Is he present here? And Antonio answers saying, yes sir, I am here. Then the Duke utters or says a few words of consolation to Antonio, or to express his inability to save Antonio. He says, I am sorry for thee, thou art come to answer a stony adversary, an inhuman wretch, incapable of pity, void and empty from any dram of mercy. I am sorry for thee. I feel sad. I feel sad about you. Why? Because you have come to answer a stony adversary. That is, you have come to face a ruthless enemy, an enemy who is very cruel. An inhuman wretch, that is a poor or miserable person. A wretch is a poor or miserable person. So the Duke calls Shylock a miserable person because he is not able to show mercy. So he explains him what sort of person he is. Incapable of pity. Incapable of pity means incapable of showing pity. Void and empty. Void means devoid of, without. Void and empty from any dram of mercy. Dram means drop. So there is not even a drop of mercy. Void, devoid of, without a drop of mercy. Empty, without a drop of mercy. What is the difference between void and empty? Both mean the same. Suppose you have a vessel which is empty and another vessel which is full. So full vessel, is full. Another one is empty vessel. So, is it empty? Yes, vessel is empty. But you just look into the thing, you may find one drop of water. Whereas here, that not even one drop of water is not there. Not even a drop of mercy is there. That's why he's using the two terms, void and empty. It's not only empty, it is completely empty. Nothing is there. Not even a single drop of mercy. That sort of a person is a wretch, is a poor, miserable man. Shylock, here you have to face him, or he is going to be your enemy. Antonio replies saying, I have heard your grace hath taken great pains to qualify his rigorous course. To qualify means to moderate. You have tried your level best to moderate his rigorous course means strict court proceedings. Strict court proceedings. That is, you have tried your level best to convince Shylock to settle the case outside the court. But he could not succeed. But since he stands obdurate means stubborn, or you can say adamant. Obdurate means stubborn or adamant. What is the meaning of obdurate? Not ready to change. So you tried your level best to settle the case outside without much court proceedings, but you could not do it because of the stubbornness of Shylock. The Shylock's inability to change his mind, because of that he could not do that. And that no lawful means can carry me out of his envy's reach. And my Lord, I know that nothing can save me from this. No lawful means. Lawful means legal ways can carry me out of his envy's reach. Whose envy? Shylock's envy. What is envy? Envy is something like a jealousy. The desire to have something what others have, I want to have. Sort of jealousy, greed. So, Shylock's jealousy has no limit, and nothing that is legal could be used to get me out of this. Therefore, I am here. I do oppose my patience to his fury, and am armed to suffer with a quietness of spirit, the very tyranny and rage of his. So, Antonio is trying to say that two opposing things. Antonio says that Shylock is full of fury and rage. Both mean the same, violent anger. Fury or rage, both are violent anger. An anger which is uncontrollable. So Shylock is in possession of violent anger. So how am I to face? I will face it with patience. I do oppose my patience to his fury. I will oppose means I will place against his fury. He is very furious. I will place my patience against it. That means I will very silently and patiently face it. I am armed to suffer. Armed means I am prepared. Armed, prepared. I am armed to suffer. I am prepared to suffer with a quietness of spirit, the very tyranny and rage of his. What is tyranny? Tyranny is a cruel attitude, unfair use of power to control somebody. Unfair use of power to control somebody. That is tyranny. So the tyranny of Shylock, the fury of Shylock, I shall face it with patience. So when Antonio said that he is ready to face the fury of Shylock with patience, and is aware of the great things the Duke tried to do in order to save Antonio, the Duke replies, "Go one and call the Jew into the court." Go one means somebody. Somebody please go and call the Jew into the court. Salerio. He is ready at the door. He comes, my lord. So Shylock was waiting because he is eager to get justice done, eager to get his penalty. So he is already waiting there. Salerio says, he is ready at the door, sir. He is ready at the door. He comes, my lord is here. Enter Shylock. Duke, make room and let him stand before our face. So he says, make room. This means make arrangement for him so that let him stand before our face. Here our is a royal plural. Royal plural. Before our face means before my face. So let him stand before my face means let him stand in front of me so that I can see him and he can see me. So arrange place for him so that he can stand facing me. So Shylock comes and stands facing the Duke. Then Duke speaks to Shylock. He addresses him saying, Shylock, the world thinks and I think so too, that thou but leadest this fashion of thy malice to the last hour of act, and then it is thought thou wilt show thy mercy and remorse more strange than is thy strange apparent cruelty, and where thou now exactest the penalty, which is a pound of this poor merchant's flesh, thou wilt not only lose the forfeiture, but touched with human gentleness and love, forgive a moiety of the principal. So the Duke is trying to tell him that many believe that you appear to be cruel. You appear to be cruel. It's only an appearance. Actually, you are not. Many are of that opinion that you are only putting up a show, that you are very cruel and unkind. And at the end, what will happen? They all believe that at the end you will change your mind and you will show mercy to Antonio. And I too believe that you will do so. Thou but leadest the fashion of thy malice to the last hour of act, and then it is thought that thou wilt show thy mercy and remorse more strange than is thy strange apparent cruelty, and where thou now exactest the penalty, which is a pound of this poor merchant's flesh, thou wilt not only lose the forfeiture, but touched with human gentleness and love, forgive a moiety of the principal. I too believe that, like others, you will at the end become very magnanimous and show mercy to Antonio. And I would suggest that, or I believe that not only you will lose the forfeiture, but also make some reduction in the principal amount. What is forfeiture? It's a very important word for us. You must remember, forfeiture. So forfeiture is F-O-R-F-E-I-T-U-R-E, forfeiture. Forfeiture is a penalty that somebody pays when they are not able to meet the promised thing. For example, Antonio has said that he will return the 3,000 ducats at the completion of 3 months, before the completion of 3 months. If he is not able to return the money within that duration, then he will pay him a pound of flesh. So the pound of flesh becomes the forfeiture. So the penalty that somebody has to pay when your word is not kept up, that is forfeiture. So now the Duke says, I believe that you are going to show mercy to Antonio at the end. Not only that, you will lose the forfeiture. That is, you will say, no, I don't want the penalty. I am going to cancel the penalty. Therefore, I don't need a pound of flesh from you. That's the first step. And I believe that you will go still further and say, I don't need even the whole of the principal amount. Principal amount is what? The original amount that was given to Antonio. What was the original amount? 3,000 ducats. So the Duke says, I believe that he will go to the extent of showing mercy on Shylock by even reducing or deducting little bit of the principal amount. So for example, he may say that you need not give me 3,000 ducats, you pay only 2,500 ducats or pay only 2,000 ducats. So that is what I am expecting. Why? What is the reason why he should show such mercy to Antonio? The Duke says, touched with human gentleness and love. The reason is nothing but human gentleness and love. Forgive a moiety of the principal. Moiety means portion. Glancing an eye of pity on his losses that have of late so huddled on his back, and now to press a royal merchant down and pluck commiseration of his state. So, why should you show mercy? Because Antonio has suffered badly already. How did Antonio suffer? Or what was the loss of Antonio? Antonio lost all of his ships. All his ships have been wrecked. So, it's a great blow to a merchant. Losing one ship, okay. Two ships, okay. He lost all of his ships. So that is a great loss, and that has pressed him down so much. That has become a great burden for Antonio. So seeing this suffering of Antonio, I hope you will not only cancel the forfeiture but also make certain reduction in the principal amount that you have to get. Pluck commiseration of his state. Pluck commiseration means draw pity at his condition. Seeing his pitiable condition, I hope you will show some mercy to Antonio. Then he says, he gives examples of few people, few sections of people who are not known for their mercy. People who are not merciful, they have a hard heart. So, the Duke is giving the examples of certain hard-hearted people and saying that even these people will be moved if they hear the story of Antonio. When they observe how miserably the merchant has been put to trouble, even these hardest people would have changed their mind. Then why don't you show mercy to Antonio? From brassy bosoms and rough hearts of flint. Brassy bosoms means those who are have, bosoms means heart. Bosom is heart. That's what we say, my bosom friend. A friend who is very close to my heart, my closest friend. So, brassy bosoms means hearts made of brass. That is, hard-hearted people. And rough hearts of flint, hearts made of stone. From stubborn Turks and Tartars, never trained to offices of tender courtesy. So first one is people whose hearts are made of brass. Second one is people whose hearts are made of stone. And the third category is Turks and Tartars, who are very stubborn, who do not change their mind at all. They are never trained to offices of tender courtesy. Offices means acts, deeds of tender courtesy, human kindness. See, according to the Elizabethans believed of all the people in the world, there are two races who have been highly uncivilized, uncultured. Two races who were very uncultured people in the world. They were Turks and Tatars. That was the belief of the Elizabethans. So now, the Duke is saying, even these people who have never learned to show acts of kindness, if all these people were to hear the story of Antonio, their hearts would have changed and they would have shown mercy to Antonio. So I expect likewise you also to show mercy to Antonio. So that is the request the Duke makes. So Duke is speaking highly great of Shylock, saying, only in appearance, only outwardly you seem to be very cruel. Heart of heart you are gentle. Heart of heart you have, there is lot of sympathy, lot of good feelings in you. So what many believe is that this is only a show, only an appearance. At the end you are going to show mercy, and I too believe that you will show such mercy to Antonio. Then Shylock responds saying, I have possessed your grace of what I purpose, and by your holy Sabbath have I sworn to have the due and forfeit of my bond. Shylock is not ready to surrender. Shylock is not ready to make any compromise at all. He says, I have possessed, means I have informed your grace, that is Duke, of what I purpose. Purpose means intend or wish. My grace, I have already informed you what is my wish. So please don't try to change me. And by our holy Sabbath, that is the day dedicated to God. Sabbath is the day dedicated to Yahweh. For the Jewish people, Saturday is the Sabbath. Not for us, Sunday is holiday here. For the Christians, for the Catholics, and for others also. But for Christians, Sabbath day for Christians today is Sunday. But for Jewish people, it is Saturday. So by holy Sabbath means the day dedicated to the Lord, I have made an oath that I will have the due as well as the forfeit. What is the due? Due is what he owes. Antonio owes 3,000 ducats to Shylock. That is the due. And what is the forfeit? Forfeit is a pound of flesh. So I have made a promise, and I had made this decision of mine known to you, that by all means I will have the due as well as the forfeiture. If you deny it, so now Shylock is cautioning the Duke, saying, if you deny it, that means if you are not going to give me the due and the forfeit, let the danger light upon your charter and your city is freedom. Charter is a document, something like your constitution. We have the constitution, which is a charter. So, upon the documents of Venice, I am telling you, you are going to be in trouble. You will be endangered. That is the meaning of, if you deny it, let the danger light upon your charter, means you will be endangered. You are going to be in trouble. Because you are going against what is written in the Charters. That is in the Constitution of Venice. You will ask me. So then he says, he is trying to give the reason. You may ask me, why should I be so cruel? Or why I am not showing mercy? You will ask me, why I rather choose to have a weight of carrion flesh than to receive 3,000 ducats. Okay. Carrion. Carrion is a rotten or decaying. You know that flesh, human flesh or flesh of animals is being cut and thrown, or you have seen some small animals dying and the dead body, it stinks. It gets rotten in the beginning. Afterwards, there's a lot of processing taking place. So, you may ask why I am interested in a body that decays. I want a pound of flesh which decays or which will become rotten. Why am I interested in the rotten flesh than getting 3,000 ducat and pocketing it? You may ask. I will not answer that. I am not going to give you an answer, but say it is my humor. I just say it is my humor. What is the meaning of it is my humor? It is my humor means because I want to have it. That's all. That's only answer. I am asking for future. I want to have it. I want to have the pound of flesh because I want to have it, that's all. I want to have it. Is it answered? Have I answered your question? What if my house be troubled with a rat and I be pleased to give 10,000 ducats to have it baned? Supposing that there are so many rats in my house. We have plenty of rats in our house. They come and disturb even at night. They come and dirty the table and all the kitchen and other areas. So normally what do people do? They try to poison the rat and kill it. So now Shylock says, what if my house be troubled with a rat and I be pleased to give 10,000 ducats to have it baned? Baned means poisoned. So in order to get rid of the rat, I decide I shall give 10,000 rupees to somebody. I will pay 10,000 to someone who will poison and kill this rat so that I am safe. How can you ask me, why did you pay 10,000 to kill a rat? Who asked you to pay? Why should you pay 10,000? Nobody can ask me because it is I will who decide. It is I am who going to decide. Who are you to ask me? That's my desire, my likeness. If I like to pay 10,000, I will pay 10,000. Who are you to ask? Nobody has the right to ask. What? Are you answered it? Did you get my answer? Did you get the proper answer or sufficient answer? Are you happy? Some men there are, love not a gaping pig. Now he is giving example. He is further explaining it. He says, some men there are, love not a gaping pig. Some that are mad if they behold a cat, and others when the bagpipe sings in the nose. So he gives three examples. The first one is about a pig, a gaping pig. Gaping means open mouth. This is a playing on the Christians. Already we have seen in the last scene of Act 3 that Christians eat pork. Lancelot was fooling Jessica, saying all of you become Christians, then the price of hog will be raised. So, since Christians eat pork, he is taking this example. He says, a roasted pig's head which is open wide. Some people don't like it. Some people like it. Some that are mad, mad means crazy. Some that are mad if they behold a cat. Some people like cats very much. Cat is a pet animal. They like it so much, take care of it. But there are some people scared of cat. They become crazy, they go mad when they see a cat. And others when the bagpipe sings in the nose. Sing in the nose means to sing with a shrill voice. Bagpipe is a bird which is not known for its good singing. It does not sing well because it has got a shrill voice. But some people love it. But there are some people don't love it at all. For affection, mistress of passion, sways it to the mood of what it likes or loathes. Then he concludes saying, after giving this example of 3, then he says, for affection, mistress of passion. Affection is personal inclination. Personal inclination means personal liking. For each person, there are certain things what he likes, certain things what he dislikes. So, affection, that is a personal inclination. Mistress of passion. Mistress is ruler and passion is emotion. So according to Shylock, who is the ruler of emotion? It is personal inclination. One's personal liking. That is the ruler of passion. So all the emotions are decided by the individual. Some people may like some things, some others may not like. Something I like, you may not like. What you like, I may not like. Everything will be dependent on personal inclination, personal likes and dislikes. Sways it to the mood of what it likes or loathes. Loath means dislike. So there is, he says, like a pendulum. You know, you are familiar with the pendulum in physics. So it's like a pendulum. One side is like, other side is dislike. So it keeps going from one end to the other. There are certain things I like better. At this side, there are certain things I hate. So it keeps changing according to my personal liking. Now, how I answered you? As there is no firm reason to be rendered, why he cannot abide a gaping pig, why he a harmless necessary cat, why he a woolen bagpipe, but of force must yield to such inevitable shame as to offend himself being offended. So that is, he is saying, we cannot find a reason. We can't give a reason for all these. Why somebody likes a gaped pig? Why somebody doesn't like? Can't give a reason. Cat is supposed to be a very useful animal. Why somebody does not like? We do not know. No reason is given. Why somebody is allergic to a bagpipe singing? No reason can be given. But of force must yield to such inevitable shame as to offend himself being offended. That is, When somebody is offended, they will offend back. Suppose you try to ridicule me, make fun of me, and I am pained, then I will try to pain you. It's very natural. Suppose you are good to me, I will be good to you. If you try to find fault with me and make me a fool, I will be angry with you. It's very natural. So, can I give no reason, nor I will not. So, can I can I just say that? There is no reason at all. No reason can be given for my not showing mercy to Antonio. And nor I will not. Or I can even say that I don't want to give any reason. More than a large hate and a certain loathing, I bear Antonio. That I follow thus, a losing suit against him, are you answered? Now he makes it very plain, very clear. Okay, let me say, I don't give any reason, I need not give, but I am giving it. More than a large hate. Large means deep-rooted hate. I hate Antonio to the core. I don't like him at all. And a certain loathing, certain hatred, I bear Antonio. That I follow thus, a losing suit against him. Losing suit means case. A losing suit means a case which I am going to lose because I am going to get only a pound of flesh. I have two options. One is take 3,000 ducats. Another one is I take a pound of flesh. So when I take a pound of flesh, I am going to lose actually because I am losing the principal amount 3,000 ducats already. And what will I do with this rotten flesh of Antonio? Even then I want to have only the rotten flesh of Antonio because I hate him to the core. I dislike him thoroughly. Therefore, I want to have not only the due but the forfeiture also. Are you answered? Have you got the answer? So this is how Shylock explains, and Bassanio immediately says, this is no answer, thou unfeeling man, to excuse the current of thy cruelty. You are only trying to express the flow of your anger. Current means flow. There is a lot of anger in you. You are trying to give an excuse to his saying like this. This is no answer at all. And Shylock says, I am not bound to please thee with my answer. I have given my answer, that's all. My answer need not make you happy. That's not my business. But, okay, we will stop there. So from the portion we have done today, there are 3 assignments in your workbook. The first one is about, from the Antonio, I have heard your grace hath taken great pains. That is the first assignment. And second assignment is, but touched with human gentleness and love, forgive a moiety of the principle. That's the second one. And the third one is, of what it likes or loss. How for your answer? Now for your answer, as there is no firm reason to be rendered. That's the third assignment. So do the 3 assignments in your workbook as homework. Thank you.